So if you're in the process of joining ServiceTitan or considering joining ServiceTitan, but wonder what it's like, what's the implementation process look like, this video is for you. So this video is gonna be the first one of probably many that I'm gonna share my experience throughout the whole implementation process, but also I'm gonna share experience after going live and different tips and tricks that I learned, different softwares that I'm using that integrates with ServiceTitan, and so on. Without further ado, let's begin. So I'll first start by saying that the initial plan for the whole implementation process was supposed to be 2 weeks. We are 4 weeks in, and it looks like we're gonna hit 6 weeks before we go live. But I might even drag it further, which I'm gonna tell you later on in that video. So kind of give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. So when I first considered switching and I did my research, I learned that there's a lot of third-party companies that claim to be experts of ServiceTitan. So they want you to hire them to help you implement ServiceTitan. While at the same time, when you join ServiceTitan, they dedicate a team to you to help you implement ServiceTitan. So it kind of didn't make sense. But it does after I kind of experienced and got to work with the people that were assigned to me. So it starts with them assigned to you an implementation manager. So that person helps you throughout the whole process, connects you with the different departments or different people that are doing different things to help with the implementation. So for example, there's a person that helps with the data migration, so all the jobs, the customer information, so on. There's a person that helps you with all the phone number. And then there's the people from the pro products that help you implement, like they're expert in the one pro product. And actually I had a good experience with the pro product people. And just a side note, I've signed up for all the pro product except from the sales pro, which is pretty much like an AI that listens to your salesman when he sells the job, and then there's feedback and learning. I think it's a great tool. I'm not there yet. I'm picking my battles. So first we're gonna do everything else. And then once we kind of settle, get our feet wet, get my time freed, I'm probably gonna look into doing that as well, because I truly think that every pro product that ServiceTitan has is quite powerful. And there's a reason why they made it. And they don't have that many. I think there's maybe only a total of 6 or 7. If there is a pro product, it's probably, a very helpful tool. So back to, the help that you get for implementing. So you kind of get, the person that you work with gives you almost the bare minimum of knowledge, stuff that you can almost figure out on your own. They don't go with you on best practices. And if you ask them, what does all the garage companies normally do? They just don't have an answer. And when you try to ask certain more detailed questions, which are so basic, is like, what's the difference between a job and a lead in ServiceTitan? Tell me like what that means exactly. So I make sure that I explain it to people correctly, because maybe my perception of what it is, what does it mean in my current CRM is not the same in ServiceTitan. And just something basic like this, all they do is send you an article in ServiceTitan that explain what it is, and that doesn't help much. It's super long, goes crazy. Sometimes it helps, sometimes still things are not clear. So when you're really hoping for that person that will kind of, he's the expert, so he should give you all your answers and tell you best practices and kind of give you a voice of confidence that like, this is what you should do and this is why, you don't get that. And when you make a big switch from, a whole CRM, and you're not a small company, it's a lot of information, a lot of people involved, a lot of people that you're gonna have to teach, you don't get that from them. That's why there's those third-party companies, because really ServiceTitan sadly does not provide that to you. They don't give you that confidence, they don't give you that support. And to add to it, the people that you work with, unfortunately, will make a lot of, small mistakes, big mistakes. I don't want to get into it too much, because I do appreciate, the people that help me with my implementation. But would I tell you that, I've had a great experience as far as being good at the process? Then no, that's not the case. Are they good people? Yeah, I don't doubt that. So I'm gonna tie it back to like the third-party companies. I have today finalized with a company, and for now I'm not gonna mention names, because I don't want, if I have bad experience, I don't want to start, beef with them. If there's a good experience, I'll share all their information and whatnot. But I have started a contract with a third-party company, which we put a timeline of 4 weeks where they get involved. And on the 4th week, they're gonna come here, which is live week there. So 3 days before we go live, 3 days after we go live, they're gonna have a person here making sure they answer all of our questions quickly, efficiently, and pretty much help us get the most out of this whole transition, because one mistake would be so costly. So that's one of those things that I don't think you should only look at the dollar value. There's more currencies in life than a dollar, and a headache and mistakes could cost you a whole lot more money than what they cost you. Plus, best practices. I mean, it's so important to do things right from the beginning. We're taking this opportunity of switching from our first CRM that we started from day one to where we are today. We have a bunch of bad habits, and not because the software is bad, it's just we have bad habits. So I'm taking this opportunity to have a clean, fresh start for everybody in the company, for all of our practices, all of our methods. If we right now make our own decision with ServiceTitan, because currently they don't give us any help, the team that are helping us, then we might repeat more mistakes and create more bad habits that is much harder to fix. So pretty much it makes sense to hire somebody that kind of helps you hopefully eliminate those things. That's really the goal. And I'll share that experience with you guys. That is it for this video. I'll give you guys weekly updates. And if you have any questions or suggestions for me in the comments, please do. And I'll see you again in the next video. Peace.